Welcome to College Credit Fast Track. Now that your advisor has recommended your petition to be formally assessed for prior learning credit, you will need to review our ePortfolio guidelines along with this video, which will teach you how to build your ePortfolio. If you have any questions after reviewing the guidelines or video, you can contact your advisor and assessor by sending a message through the Message Center located in your petition. To do this, click the Message Center button and compose your message in the text box shown here. Once you are ready to submit your message, click the Send Message button. Your new message will appear in the Message Center and notifications will be sent to your advisor and assessor. Once you have finished reviewing the ePortfolio guidelines and video, you will need to select the Acknowledgement checkbox and click the Proceed to Payment button. At this time, the status of your petition will be updated to Ready for Payment. The ePortfolio guidelines and video are always available for you to reference from within your petition under the ePortfolio Information section. Within the petition, under the Petition Information section, you will now see placeholders that will expand as you build your ePortfolio. Before you can begin building your ePortfolio, you will be required to pay a nominal assessment fee that is non-refundable. This fee covers the cost of assessing your ePortfolio and the transcription process for awarding credits and is not associated with the course selected. Until a payment has been made, the payment status in the petition will display as unpaid. You can click on the Make Payment button, which will bring you to the payment screen where you can enter your credit card and address information. All of these fields are required. If you enter invalid information, such as an incorrect expiration date, an error message will appear and you will not be able to proceed until it is corrected. Once all payment information has been entered, click the Make Payment button to proceed. The payment receipt page will appear once a successful payment is processed. You can click the Print button for a copy of your receipt. You are now ready to start building your ePortfolio. Let's navigate back to the petition by clicking the Back to Petition button. You can see that the status of this petition has been updated to ePortfolio in progress. The payment status is shown as paid with a link to the receipt screen we had reviewed earlier. You'll also see the next step of this petition now displays an ePortfolio checklist that is required to be completed. Building your ePortfolio can take a significant amount of time to complete, but you can come back to your petition at any time after you begin, and there is no specific order of steps required as you build your ePortfolio. Let's start building the ePortfolio for this petition. To begin, click on a link from the checklist, or click Edit for the desired section within the Petition Information section of your petition. Let's click on the Reason for Petition link in the checklist. Your reason for petition will need to include an explanation as to why you are petitioning for prior learning credit for the selected course. Your reason should be thorough and it should give the assessor enough information regarding your current situation to help make a final determination. Once your reason is complete, click Save and you will be returned to the petition. Reason for petition is now marked as complete and is shown under the Reason for Petition section of your petition. You can come back to edit this reason at any time before you submit your ePortfolio. Now, let's look at the checklist item for personal essay. Your essay should be between 2 and 5 pages long. It should identify your competencies and goals and describe how they relate to the course you have selected. You should be specific while describing each area of your prior learning experience and how it is relevant. Clicking on the Personal Essay link in the checklist will take you to the Supporting Documentation Management screen. On this screen, there is no limit to the number of files you can upload. you have 100 megabytes of space available to store documentation uploaded into your petition. The amount of space you have used is shown here. Please note you cannot upload a file having the same file name as an existing file unless you remove the old file. Also, files uploaded on this screen are checked by buyer scanners to ensure there are no issues. Since we click Personal Essay from the checklist on the petition screen, it is pre-selected under Attachment shown here. You can click Choose File to browse and select your essay. After your selection is made, click Add to add the file to the existing attachment section. If you upload the wrong file, you can easily remove it from this section by clicking the X next to the file name. Since we removed this file, let's select Personal Essay under Attachment again to browse and upload the right file. Now that this is complete, let's click the Back to Petition button to return to the petition. As you can see, the checklist item for Personal Essay is now checked, and your essay is accessible within the Supporting Documentation section under Petition Information. Next, let's click Resume on the checklist to take us back to the Supporting Documentation screen. Your resume should be recent and in chronological order of employment and other life experiences. Under Attachment, Resume is already pre-selected. Click Choose File to browse and select your resume. After your selection is made, click Add to add the file to the ePortfolio. Let's move forward by providing supporting materials while we are here by selecting Supporting Document under Attachment. At least one additional supporting document or external link is required to complete your ePortfolio. Supporting documents should provide evidence of your competency towards the objectives of the course. These documents can include any items that support your petition, such as certifications, art portfolios, and/or awards. Please refer to this screen or back to our guidelines if you have any questions. Let's enter a brief description to describe the type of document we are uploading. For example, art portfolio. Now we can click Choose File to browse and select the file, and click Add to add the file to the ePortfolio. As mentioned earlier, you can upload multiple files under any section. Let's add another file by selecting Supporting Document, entering a brief description, browsing and selecting the file, and finally clicking Add to add the file. You can also provide an external link. This is not required if you have provided at least one supporting document. An external link is useful if you have files that cannot be uploaded due to a large file size. An example could be a video or audio file. For instance, if you are seeking credit for a music course, you may have a video or audio file of you singing. To add a link to your ePortfolio, select External Link under Attachment. Enter a brief description, for example, music video, and type in the web address where your file is hosted in the link field. Be sure to enter a valid link that starts with either HTTP or HTTPS. Once complete, click Add to add the link to the existing attachment section. Once we navigate back to the petition, we can see that the Next Step section has been updated. The checklist items are now marked as complete, and the Submit ePortfolio button is enabled for us to proceed. Importantly, we are able to easily open all of the files and external links we uploaded under the Supporting Documents section of the petition by clicking directly on the file name or external link. By clicking a file, the file will appear at the bottom of the browser window for you to open and save locally on your computer. If you click an external link, this link will open in another window. This ePortfolio is now complete. Let's click the Submit ePortfolio button to submit this petition to the assessor for review. On the confirmation window, it is important to acknowledge the content you are providing and then click to submit. The status will now be updated to ePortfolio submitted. The next step is also updated with the current state of the petition, and you will not be able to modify your petition while your assigned assessor is reviewing this ePortfolio. In this tutorial, a detailed overview describing how to build and submit your ePortfolio was reviewed. Once your assigned assessor completes his or her review of your petition's ePortfolio, you will be notified of any questions or changes required. If the assessor approves your petition, your advisor will work with the institution to complete the transcription process so that credit for the course you have selected is awarded. You will be notified once this is complete. Good luck!